Hi, welcome back to another episode of Shi-an's Jedi Consular playthrough. I'm Slicka, and let's get to it. So here we are on Terrace. Last time we landed, we did a few missions in, near, I believe it's Lara? Something like that. Laris. Sorry. And we ended up looking for our expedition. We were unable to find him. All we were able to find was a droid, but apparently a tracker Jedi that is sick has gotten lost, and we need to go find him. We can't have him. It's mysterious enough because he is a Kalish, and apparently he's an expert tracker, so how could he have gotten lost is the question. We're going to discover that this episode, so let's get to it.
This is for you, Gartha. I saw you ahead of me there, before the pack cut us off. Just want to tell you, you're wrong. The dead do care what happens to them after they die. I'm one of them now. I hear those monsters sniffing for me in the dark, and I know I'll be with the dead before anyone comes for us. And I do care. But I'd rather lie here 1,000 years undiscovered than have some greedy son of a hut like you dig me up just to see what I've got that's worth stealing. I hope someone else finds this and makes you pay for your crimes, like I'm about to pay for mine.
Okay, so that was kind of bugged. But the basic idea there was the fact that, that Celestin basically got screwed by the other, it seems. Alright, so in here we're supposed to activate some emergency generators in Dynamite General. This is supposed to resemble the hospital that Revan was in back up on the upper levels of Terrace of Dr. Forn, I believe. It's been a while since I've actually done Terrace, so it's interesting. Okay, according to canon, it seems since Revan was light-sided, he gave the concoction, or the Rakghoul cure, to Rakghouls. We saw what Dr. Iana Cell said in the last episode. So upstairs to the 3rd floor. I don't remember there being 3 floors up here. And by that I don't mean this game, I mean Knights of the Republic. Terrorist I like because it actually is a huge reference to Knights of the Republic. I'm gonna get to Terrorist on Jakari. You'll see the difference between the two. Just like you'll see the difference between the two when I get Shi-an to Balmor compared to what it looked like when Jakari was here in Balmor. Alright, so the only thing that Qyzen gained is a DPS stance, which we don't want him to use. Alright, so that's another quest done. Let's see what we got here. Alright, we're gonna start making our way to the next part. The only quest you're gonna see me skip in this area, which, like in all of these videos, I've skipped the heroics. You'll see those in a separate video. Maybe even separate episodes, depending on the length of them. I've been working on a few, and some have gotten as big as 220 gigs for the amount of in raw video, the amount of I have shot on some planets. So the quests they have. Alright, so let's find the missing expedition here. It's kind of cool. Oh, the Qyzen Dawn looks like a spaceship crashed here.
Stars, give me a hand. I can't lift it off them.
The others are all... We're the only ones left.
Help! The heat! I'm burning! Help! Help me!
So I save him no matter what.
Trust in the Force. I won't let any harm come to you.
Very good, very good.
The Jedi? Please, get Laria out!
And the Jedi holocrons, Tal. Their medical data could save millions. We have to preserve them.
Oh, I see.
To let Laria perish would betray the very order behind those holocrons.
holocrons are gone? You fool! What have you done?
You saved my life, Doctor. You'd have let me die. And on top of Tykan trying to kill us.
Can you explain what happened?
We were taking pollution readings in the ruins, but when we found those medical holocrons, we decided to get them back right away.
On the way home, Tykan lures us into a trap vault, ignites the pollution in the swamp, and stands there watching us burn.
Master Tykan is unwell. He's not himself.
Brilliant deduction, Jedi. Tykan had some wisdom for us, too.
Tykan said he was punishing us for letting Terrace be destroyed centuries ago, and that soon we would be joined by everyone at the Junction.
The Junction's an old purification facility the Republic retrofitted to process dangerous gases.
Hundreds of people work at the Junction. If Master Tykan is planning something...
I won't allow Tykan to hurt anyone else. I promise.
We'll start back for the base. We'll be okay. Thank you for saving my life.
Just don't underestimate Tykan. That man is dangerous.
Jedi, we just got a call from the expedition. They said you helped them out, but the rest sounds crazy. Tykan attacking them? A couple of survivors? From a 12-man team? Tell me that's wrong.
Unfortunately, most of the expedition is dead, and Master Tykan is responsible.
No! What if he was trying to lead them to safety? They ignored him and wandered off.
It's only natural to defend your master, Aris. But a Jedi seeks the truth in all matters.
I want him found. Found and brought to justice, even if I have to drag him back myself.
No, please. None of this is his fault.
Master Tykan needs help. The survivors said he was headed to the Junction.
Damn him! The Junction's a gas trap full of civilian workers. Keep your eyes open. Tykan used the Junction in his restoration effort. There might be a clue to stopping him there.
Please don't hurt Master Tykan. He's the only one who could save Terrace, and I need him to explain all this to me.
Alright, so I got gloves for my trouble. Which basically just matches everything I've been wearing so far. Completely. Alright, so let's get out of here. So basically, Master Tykan's heading to the Junction. Just take a look where that is, because it's been a long time. Okay, I have an idea now. We most likely won't get to that this episode. In fact, what's most likely going to happen is I'm going to head to the Endar Spire. There it is, the Endar Spire right in front of us. I did this for a reason. Because I know after I finish with searching for the Rakghouls serum, I'll actually be porting back with quick travel.
Lieutenant Carlslow, I'm all that's left of Commander Childress's 5th Detail. Please, tell me you're our reinforcement.
Childress sent me. What cut you off?
Give me a moment. All's clear, guys, and we've got some muscle from back on base. This is what's left of our research team. The others got ambushed while working. Scavengers must have guessed we were after something good. We need to hold them off long enough for the research team to recover and download that data.
Get
the researchers inside, then stay behind me. I want a clear line of sight.
With the Force on our side, we have to win. Okay, data's priority 1. Everybody into the ship, go!
It's kind of cool, because on the Republic side you get to explore the Endor Spire. On the Imperial side, the Bounty Hunter has their class mission in here. So the Imperials don't really get to witness the Endor Spire. And I do all the work, and these guys just get to run once I turn the lights on. What a quest. No ambush, yay! And I spoke too soon. Alright, good job.
If you hadn't come when you did, those would be our smoking corpses there, no question. Unfortunately, we're not done. Not until this Rex data is in the hands of Commander Vikwi.
This seems like something you should be doing.
If I had my men, sure. But we've only scratched the surface of the Endar Spire's data. We've got the high priority stuff, but we need every log and every camera. If I take off with the delivery, that leaves the Slicers helpless. If you go, I can defend us until the reinforcements arrive.
Looks like I'm returning with all this data. I'm just gonna run past this guy. So, as usual, we're doing a huge bonus quest. All these pirate looters. So one of the more interesting bonus quests, because I only had to kill 12 pirates out here, but now it wants me to kill a good 30 of them in here. And on top of that, your bonus quest boss is right over here. Let's meditate so Qyzen can get some health back before we bust in through here. Looks like someone was here recently, so I probably won't do the bonus quest because I'm not going to run around killing 100 guys waiting for them to respawn. So we're almost there. To where our Rakghoul serum is. Unless I have to run back for the base for whatever reason, I'm not going to worry about the bonus quests. I mean, I only have like 15 guys killed, so... Okay, so 18, technically. Alright, here we go, the Rakghoul serum.
You picked the wrong medbay to rob, Vac-Brain. There's gonna be 200 Death's Claw pirates coming through that door.
I was hoping this wouldn't come to violence.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you see these guys lying here? They've got the Rakghoul plague. You touch me, and they'll be on you like huts on a buffet. Except, you know, faster. And don't think they're incapacitated. Oh no, they just look that way. I've got a serum you wouldn't believe.
There's no need for bravado. I'm only here for the serum.
What is this? I'm getting robbed by Jedi? I thought you guys were allergic to credits or something.
We'll take credits. It's sniveling we don't tolerate.
If you cut off my supply of serum, these guys are gonna turn. You know what that means? I'm gonna have to shoot them all in the head before they try to eat my liver.
You're a doctor, right? Synthesize some more.
With what? My state-of-the-art facilities? I can only use what I find, and we don't find much. The only place I can think of that might have some left is the ruins of Dynamite General. The place was basically Ghoul Town. You want serum, you get it there, and leave us alone.
I don't really feel like running back there, so no.
You've delayed long enough.
Fine, take it. But these people will die cursing you.
Alright, let's return. Turn all these in. Alright, so I'm going to do Dr. Anna's cells last, because I'll end up actually kind of doing that one halfway through here. Like, she gives you another mission that's timed, so I'm going to kind of probably, depending on our time, might end the episode after doing it.
These are all the medical records I could find.
Thank you. I am sure you have braved many higher profile dangers, but you will never do anything more important. You have saved countless lives. One of them may well be mine. My ancestors fled Terrace 300 years ago, and my family still carries their curse. I thank you.
So, Sarah and Commander Viqui. What do I need to return to here?
You're back, and I don't see anyone with you. Did you... are they?
Dead? What did you think? The Rakghouls would buy them flowers and send them home?
I'm sorry. Your friends are gone, but I made sure those Rakghouls will never kill again.
Cold comfort. There's probably another swarm already moving in.
Excuse me, I should call the base, tell their families what happened.
I'm putting in for a transfer. No job is worth this.
I hear you found a way to make it worth your while.
What did you find? Was Elizu alive? What did that lying coward say about me?
Elizu says he knows how the dead feel now when you desecrate them.
I've given 5 years of my life to this rock. Now that's worth nothing because I laid claim to a few forgotten necklaces? You're talking about people who died generations ago.
We'll see if you think prisoners have as few rights as the dead.
Very funny.
The commander's sending a team to retrieve the bodies. Thank you for doing what you could.
Ask your partner what's been happening to the valuables you find.
Oh, please. This is so humiliating. Yes, Elizu and I were stealing some trinkets for the black market. The blasted dead don't cry over it. Why should you?
How could you? You told me those boxes were going to the Republic Archive.
Yeah, so I lied. What, you going to turn me in for that too?
We'll work this out later. We've asked enough of your time. Although, if you have a moment...
You sound like there's something more on your mind.
Okay, this'll sound crazy, but there's more Rakghouls at our grave sites than any of the Republic target zones.
Ah, they're just drawn to the noise and the smell of flesh.
We're not any noisier or fleshier than a platoon of soldiers. I think they're protecting their ancestors.
Rakghouls are beasts. Everyone knows they're not sentient.
I'm not saying they discuss it over tea, but I think something is driving them to defend these grave sites. They were human once, you know. The first ones, anyway. It's a disease that turned them into monsters, and we still don't understand how it works. This could be a first step toward taking the planet back from them.
How do you mean to accomplish that?
The salvage team can't get to the main bombardment sites. There are so many Rakghouls there, you can see them by satellite, like a living carpet. If you could get samples from both the Rakghouls and the skeletons at one of the main sites, we could see if they're related.
This matter bears investigation.
Seriously, Sierra, you think you can waste his valuable time on your crackpot theories?
You don't tell me what to do anymore. We know how you feel about the people of Taris. Please don't let Gartha discourage you. This is important. And I don't think there's anyone else on this planet willing to brave those Rakghouls to find out. I'll be waiting to hear what you find.
Send it all the way up to Commander Viqui, then we'll speak to Dr. Anna Cell.
If you have any questions about military operations on... My pardon, Jedi. I'm actually expecting one of your order. Are you the one who saved my team at the Endar Spire?
Everything from the primary computers is on here.
The data from the Endar Spire will be invaluable to the Republic's war efforts. Lieutenant Karlsu tells me there's close surveillance footage of the Imperial warships.
The Force reaches out to correct its own imbalance.
Well, whether it does or not, I'm going to keep helping it along. Thank you for your service. Republic intelligence has been waiting for this data since the bombardment fell.
Look at that, I got a pretty good belt. I'm a noble Jedi. It looks like I'm wearing a fanny pack though. Alright, so let's quickly go and do the burial grounds quest. Like I said, I'm not going to do Dr. Anna Cells until I finish all the quests here. Sarah happened to have an extra quest where I didn't turn in right away, so I gotta go quickly do that. No big deal. Since I had to go anyway though, you think I could have went for light side points if I felt like it. To Dynamite General. But no, I'm a little bit evil, I guess. So I could earn 50 dark side points. So for the most part for this quest, it's a little bit annoying, but easy. I'm basically running around looking for skeletons like this. And now all you gotta do is kill Rakghouls. And hopefully their blood drops. Skeletons can be hard to find. I've ran around here having trouble finding skeletons. Whereas I've ran around here, and of course Rakghouls are easy to find. And I hit level 18. Worry about that after. Just need to return to Sarah. Which let's do that by taking quick travel. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 2 hours, some ridiculous time for the quest that Dr. Ayanasel gives you, but
so much destruction.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
How can you be so cold?
The Republic sent a unit to retrieve our team's bodies. They said to thank you for your help.
Aren't you going to ask if he wasted his time on your pet project?
Why do you always try to ruin everything? Do Sullustan moms not hug their children or something? Did you get to the bombardment site? I don't see a scratch on you.
The Rakghouls didn't want to give up their blood, but I convinced them.
I'm sure you can be quite persuasive. Just let me see the samples. I've got a portable scanner that can give us preliminary results right now. That's amazing. There's over a 50% correlation. Genetic drift usually means a much less marked connection, even in a normal population after so many years.
So, we're done here, right?
You can't leave now. Did you hear what she said? This is amazing.
What? Where's the cynical disbelief?
You can't dispute the numbers, Sierra. You're right. This is amazing. If Rakghouls have enough rationality to remember people and places that matter to them, we can't keep treating them like mindless animals.
If they can think, maybe someday we can make peace with them.
Exactly. We need to cancel our operations in these grave sites. We can't keep antagonizing them.
But if we know they come to the defense of certain territories, we can bait them, draw them out, so the Republic can send in troops to exterminate them.
No, if they're sentient, we can't just keep murdering them.
I'll contact the Reconstruction Authority. Do you have an opinion on this?
If there's any way to coexist peacefully with the Rakghouls, we should take it.
I guess it's a virtue to forgive, right? At least this way, maybe we can avoid those kind of attacks in the future. I'll give the Republic your recommendation. Thank you again for all your help.
I was wondering, my new abilities are Force Mend, which is just an instant heal on myself, another rank of Benevolence, and Mind Snap, which is my interrupt.
Welcome back. Let's get those serum samples analyzed and see what we've got. Well, thank the Force for good Teresian storage technology. I wasn't sure anything would still be viable after 3 centuries. While we wait, is there a cost to these samples I should be aware of? A deal with a pirate crew, perhaps?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
I see. Then if it didn't happen in a plastic beaker, don't tell me about it. Ah, here we are. Fortunately, the plague is so virulent it cultures very rapidly. Bad news. The serum you recovered looks like it was effective 300 years ago, but the Rakghoul plague has mutated since then. This serum will only provide effective immunity for extraordinarily healthy individuals.
No one's going to take an unreliable vaccine.
Yes, but it gives us options. Right now, I need what we call a lucky survivor, whose system has antibodies to the modern plague. We haven't had a survivor yet, for obvious reasons, but this serum might provide the link we need. If I infected an extraordinary individual protected by the serum, I could collect the antibodies and make an effective vaccine.
If it means we can someday wipe those things from the planet, sign me up.
Well, and I had this whole speech ready. All right. We have a medical droid, CB-084, set up to observe Rakghouls in the field. He'll be able to collect the antibodies and slow any potential complications. After I give you the serum, go out there and test it. Let the Rakghouls attack you and see what happens.
Inject me, and let's get going.
Here you go. I hope the Force is with you, because the science is stretched to the limit.
It's 7 hours and a half. Still a lot of time. Just checking out what titles I have. So basically with this quest I have to go get my butt kicked by a Rakghoul. One way to do this, because you do have tank companions, since you gotta let them attack you, is to put your tank companion on. Passive. As you see, he just killed them all. So what I'll do is I'm gonna put Qyzen on passive. He's gonna sit there while I kill these guys. If I remember correctly, I'm gonna need a elite Rakghoul, so let's go find one. There we go, this ferocious Rakghoul. And there we are, infected me. Goal is to not die, so let's make sure we don't. Now, fortunately, you don't have to have the debuff sitting on you when you turn this in. It'd be very difficult considering the debuff's only about 45 seconds. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this all the way down there to the next quest hub. Now we're gonna pass a quest on the road, which is another heroic 4, in fact. So we're just gonna skip it. I'll point it out when we find them. Alright, so we're in the Brel sediment. That would be the guy, Captain Redar Kandik. Reldar Kandik. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn in these quests and then call it an episode, pick up the new ones. I don't remember which ones are heroic and which ones aren't, so it's possible I could pick up a heroic quest.
What do you think, Khan?
The foundation of the Terrace Chemworks factory cannot be repaired. I expect total collapse within 2 weeks. Once the building falls, the stored chemicals will flood this area. They are highly toxic to humans. I am sorry.
I'll make sure there are speeders on hand, but we can't just pack up and go. Do what you can.
As always, I will pursue an alternative. Master Jedi, forgive my inattentiveness. I am honored by your presence, though I advise you not to stay long.
You were talking about evacuation. What's going on?
Many of these ruins are unstable. A nearby structure used for chemical storage is on the verge of crumbling. As I was explaining to my colleague, there is only one way to remove the chemicals before they spill. A burn-off. A well-armed demolitions team could reach the structure and incinerate the chemical stockpiles. I can provide the incendiaries. Unfortunately, no team is available.
I'd like to help any way I can.
Your generosity is considerable. You should know, however, between the structural instability, the toxicity levels, and the incendiary chemicals, the mission does carry substantial risk. It is nonetheless urgent. You are not a demolitions team, I fully recognize this. But if you could arrange the burn-off, I would humbly welcome your aid.
Ah, I see your infection is progressing. Hold still while I take samples for analysis. While I transmit the data to Dr. Cell, there are some questions I should ask. Do you have any of the following symptoms? Dizziness, fever, shortness of breath, and inexhaustible hunger for sentient flesh?
Can you do anything about these cuts? I'm losing blood here.
I'm sorry, my core function is in analysis, not trauma care. Ah, here's Dr. Cell.
Good news. Your antibody count is off the charts. I'll start work on a vaccine immediately. You are remarkably brave. Our progress has just jumped forward by years. While you recuperate, I'm going to transmit the usual secrecy agreements. Just use your thumbprint to sign on the sensor.
What do you mean, usual secrecy agreements?
This is standard procedure when the Republic develops biotech with significant earnings potential. We develop the vaccine for Republic soldiers first, and when it's proven, sell it to colonists. Until then, it's under wraps. We don't want the Exchange or the Sith funding some horrible operation with an underground version.
Lives will be lost while this profit is being made.
Tell me something I don't know. Every week we hear another Rakghoul horror story. But every colonist on the planet is going to want this vaccine. How do I tell my superiors we gave up that kind of money?
An entire planet succumbed to this plague. Are you a doctor or a patent office?
I'm a doctor. And this cure will get made, even if I have to build the manufacturing plant or hand-synthesize every macrophage.
Well, I think she's angry, but from past experience, may I say that usually motivates her. If it means anything coming from a droid, sir, congratulations on your research, and also your remarkable survival.
Interesting.
Master Jedi, please, excuse my abruptness. The Republic told me you might be able to help with a difficult situation. They say you are a most reliable operative on Terrace. Have you heard anything about titroxinate being sold on the black market?
It's rare for Jedi to be consulted about the black market.
I suppose that's true. My apologies, Master Jedi. Titroxinate was the pre-patent name for the weaponized agent we think was responsible for the Rakghoul plague. The Empire could fashion it into a terrible weapon, turning us soldiers into monsters and setting them against us.
What would you have me do?
Trace the original titroxinate samples to an old Chemworks factory. It's overrun with Nexu. We can't get near it. If you can retrieve any canisters that remain, the Republic will see you're well rewarded for your effort.
Alright, so obviously, there is no...
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official
There are
business.
quests in this area other than the one I showed you guys, so let's pick this next one up and call it an episode.
Master Jedi, what brings you to our small corner of Republic space? This is such a great honor.
Even a forgotten planet can harbor dark secrets.
Well, whatever brings you here, I suggest you don't stay long. We barely got stores enough for our station soldiers, much less visitors. At this rate, I've got men scalping ration cubes for a half-week's salary.
If the outpost is in trouble, I'd be happy to help.
I just might take you up on that. Our bases here are far from self-sufficient. We're not farmers, and there's no existing infrastructure here to work with. We're at the mercy of our supply ships. And this month just went nose down in some of the worst territory on Terrace.
Where's the ship? I don't care if it's at the bottom of a swamp.
The Republic thanks you for your service. Our men tried to reach the ship once, but they turned back after taking serious casualties. They said it's more than just Rakghouls, but couldn't make an ID. If you still want to go, you'll need to talk to our quartermaster at the supply shed across the base. She's got the exact coordinates of the crash.
Alright, if I just have to talk to one other person, may as well do it. Karen Weck.
And you're just going to make this all better, huh?
Want to calm down and point me to where your supply ship crashed?
Of course. You think I want to see everyone here starve? But I don't want Commander Fatpants to think it means he gets away with this. Steal from your troops, waste Republic money bringing in silks and wine from Alderaan, and it's fine, because some wandering Jedi will happen in to save you.
That's a serious accusation.
I said over and over that the ship needed repairs. The left stasis generator was loose, and the hyperdrive motivator was seeping fluid. But Gardet had already spent our allotted maintenance budget on himself.
You best be certain about this.
I'm telling the truth. Somehow he's juggling the numbers he sends to HQ. No commander needs a personal vehicle in an outpost this size. If you can take this holo camera out to the crash site, you could get the evidence I need to get him court-martialed.
It's better than dealing with this guilt trip.
Thank you. If you take holopics of the engine, I can show that the documented lack of repairs is what caused the crash. The most important thing is the supplies, though. The crash site isn't far. When you get everything, bring it back here so I can distribute it.
Alright, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And keep checking back for more video updates, and good luck.